Stampin' Up does not allow us to mail stamped images. So if you just joined, what I was explaining was I took the stamped image from the stamp set, which is this detailed tulip that I have over here. And I took the stamp and I just turned it upside down. So basically I'm stamping the back of the stamp, not the original stamp. And what I did was the following. I just inked it up. Remember, this is the back of the stamp. And I stamped it. Okay, and this one, it gets lighter. Right now it looks really dark. It looks red. In some of them, actually, let me try and do this. In some of them, I kind of rocked it and I wanted to give it different texture. Not that one. Okay, let's try it again. Anyway, there and here. And of course, I don't have my stamp pad in the bottom. But anyway, stamp it. Then I took the punch and I punched out the tulip. So there you go. Basically, we have a tulip without the stamp, just the reverse side. So that's what I was able to send all of you. So I just did that. I stamped them in 3 different colors and I punched them all. So I wound up doing, let me see, stamping and punching 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 times 3. So 90, I did 90 of these. I went over and I stamped and I cut out 90 of them. You're welcome. Anyway, let's go back to this. So in your kit, you should have had the envelope, obviously. So you had your envelope, you had your cardstock, which is the 8.5 by 5.5. And you had all these pieces over here, which was Designer Series paper. I think this is from the Impressions, the free stamp set that we got, or Lily Impressions. I'll let you know later on, or if you're really interested, just let me know and I will let you know. But anyway, I used the back side of it. I wanted the lovely lipstick part of it, which was what I just stamped over here. So you see it matches this, and that way I'll have something. I'll have one of the tulips that will coordinate here and bring this color back in. Hold on, let me just, there. So your stamp kit, like I said, you had all these pieces here, plus you had a little packet, and in the little packet you should have your 3 tulips. And you have your 3 tulips, you have the leaves, which were also punched out from the same pack of Designer Series paper that I had. The back side of one of them, one of those Designer Series paper or sheets was green, and I thought I'd use this for the leaves. So instead of having, again, to stamp the leaves with details that are in the stamp set, what I did was I just stamped it from the Designer Series paper. So it just worked out perfect that I had coordinating the paper. So let's get all of this stuff out over here. Let's actually move this out. And when you put this together, no, we can do this here. When you put this together, you're going to take this piece of Designer Series paper, which measures, I think it's 1.5 inches, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. 1 inch, yep, 1.5 inches by 5.5. So you're going to take this one and you're going to adhere it to your card base. Okay, and just, I guess, about 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch off. Well, this one's a little shorter than what it should be, but I'll fix it after, so don't worry. And actually, I'm going to fix it right away because it's bothering me. Okay, you see it's a little bit shorter here. Let me go to my big, actually, no, I think I can do it in the mini. Hold on. Here we go. I love this mini cutter. This is what you get for free when you join. You have until tomorrow to join. With $99, you get to pick $125 worth of product. Yes, oh, a little bit more. And then in addition to that, so that's basically $26 worth of free product. You get this this little cutter, which is the guillotine cutter. A little bit more. Bear with me, because I can't. I'm trying to do this without putting my head in the middle of the camera. Oh dear Lord. I'm looking at it at an angle, and there, finally got it. Okay, so then you get this little cutter. It's for small, it's 4 by, I think, 6 inches. Let me see, this is 5.5. So yep, 6 inches. And it's 4.25 by 6 inches. It's a guillotine itself. Guillotines, I don't know if you know, are self sharpening. Every time you use them, it sharpens itself. Or if you just want to sharpen it at any time, you just pick it up and you go like this, and you're sort of pressing it towards the edge there, and this sharpens your guillotine. Anyway, you get this for free. You get the additional $26, so you get $125 worth of product. 6x6 designer series paper. This is designer series paper sampler pack. Let me pull this out. And you get from all, oh, you see, this is one of them there. I think it's the Lily, Lovely Lily. So these are samples from the mini catalog and Sale-A-Bration. I think in Sale-A-Bration also, a couple of Sale-A-Bration stamps. So this is really awesome. You get, how many sheets are in here? 48 sheets. So you get this for free, plus you can pick any stamp set in any catalog that we have, and the only 2 catalogs that we have right now is the mini catalog and the annual catalog. You get to pick any stamp set, no matter the cost, for free. So there's 3 free stuff: the cutter, the paper that I just showed you, and a free stamp set for $99, and you get $125 worth of product. I know I just babbled all of that information, so if you're interested, just send me an email or text me, and I'll give you additional information, or just go onto my website at wandacreates.com. You all know it, and it has additional information. Look for one of the items there, and it has it. So anyway, I had to cut mine, I don't know why, because this one was shorter than the others. So I set my card base here. So this is real simple. Then what I'm going to do is build up on here, and then add it to everything else. So while building up, the first thing I'm going to do, I have my three tulips. And the first one that I'm going to add here is going to be the, whoops, just brought all my garbage with me, is going to be the Lovely Lipstick color. And we're going to set that about here. And the reason I'm putting this in the back is because later on when we put it on here, we don't want it to clash. So it's in the center. And then we're going to take our other 2 and we're going to add dimensionals. And I apologize to everyone. I meant to add a half sheet of dimensionals like I have in the classes, and I totally forgot. And I remembered just a little while ago that I did not include dimensionals. If we're still in this situation where we're still in quarantine and we're still home for the next class, which is going to be my technique class, and I think we probably will, I promise that I will send dimensionals and glue dots, whatever you need. I forgot the dimensionals. So anyway, this one is going to go flat. Then these two will have dimensionals. So we just take off, and I hope all of you over there have dimensionals. Okay, so then we're going to take this one and we're going to put it about over here, I guess. Take the next one and you can overlap it a little and it'll go over here. I want it to stick out of this frame over here. Oh, you know what? Darn it. Hold on. Okay, let me lift, because of course I forgot something. I forgot to add the leaves. So just take the leaves and put adhesive on them. And I'm gonna stick this one here. And then this one, you're gonna put it in the, make sure that you don't put both of them like this in the opposite direction. You just have to place them so that one is facing left and one is facing right. It'll make sense when you're putting it together. Okay, that's good. And then this one, is going to go over here. Okay, and then boom, we've got that. So at this time, if you want to adhere that to this, to your black piece, you can do that. And you can use any adhesive. I'm using Stampin' Snail right now, but you could use the green glue, which is a multi-purpose glue. I like using that a lot, but I can't find, oh, there it is. I found it. I might pull it in a little bit. Okay, so you're going to place this here. We only have a 1/16 of an inch layer. There we go. Oh, okay, 1/16 of an inch layer, so that's good. We have that there. And at this point, we can adhere this also to the card base, and it's with dimensionals also. And this is going to be pretty heavy because we're adding all the layers onto this piece. So for this, usually when I do that, I'll just add 5 of them, but I'm going to add a little bit more because I don't want this to flatten, and I want it to adhere very well. Okay, let me get my garbage out of the way versus the stuff that I'm still using here. So hold on, let me get my paper piercing tool, or as we all call it, the pokey thing. My nails are too long because since we're in quarantine, I haven't, I'm 2 weeks behind in my manicure. So my nails are a little too long and it's harder for me to grab things. So I'm using this. I saw a demonstrator. I'm trying to remember what's her name. I think maybe she was Lisa. Lisa with a C. Curio or something like that. And I saw her doing this and I said, ah, how smart. Okay, and like always, I copy people that do smart things. Okay, so now we're going to adhere this to our card base and then just more or less get it in the middle. Press down once you've got it. Now we're going to take this piece over here, the burlap ribbon. Couldn't think of it, it's the burlap. So you're going to take your burlap ribbon and you're going to adhere it over here. And you can do this with snail or with tear tape. I'm going to use snail at this time. Or maybe I'll use tear tape. No, I don't have tear tape right here. Let's use snail. So I'm going to use snail all the way down. And got that here. And if you have to snip some ribbon so that it doesn't go over the card, you just do that. And this one too. There we go. Garbage. Now we're going to take, okay, these, just take any little stamp set that you have. This is from the stamp set that is Itty Bitty Greetings. If you don't have the stamp set Itty Bitty Greetings, it's in 2 cases. It has so many greetings, and the best thing about these greetings, they're small, so you can put them on little pieces like this, little banners. So for both of my cards, I use the Itty Bitty Greetings. This is a must-have, especially, and never get rid of this one. This is something that I keep because it has so many greetings. We also have an Itty Bitty Birthday, but the greetings actually, yep, it has Happy Birthday. So it has thanks, it has Easter, Christmas, 'tis the season, Happy Hanukkah, that's a hard one to find. With gratitude, world's best father, you're engaged, with love, what else does it have? Happy anniversary, may God bless you, best wishes from all of us, congratulations, happy graduation. You see, so far, I mean, it has everything you need. I'm using, from this stamp set, I am using Hey Friend. Yep. I thought this was pretty generic, so that's why I picked that one. So, and I stamped this in black tuxedo memento. And I stamped it towards the left, not really I didn't really center it. And I'm trying to get this on right without having, yep, without it's a little too high for me. Let me try another one without getting my head in the middle. So let me try it again. Hey friend. You know, next time, there it goes. Well, it's a little bit crooked, but I'm okay with that for now. So we're going to take this piece and this piece, and I'm looking for my silicone pad because what I want to do, this is the bottom, not the top. What I want to do is put some adhesive on the top part of the Hey Friend for now. And I'm going to, if you have any adhesive sticking over, just run your finger around it. So what I'm going to do actually was on the bottom part, not the top. I should look at what I have. Just do the whole strip. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is just run it over a little so it has sort of like a shadow of the black banner that I did. And then we're going to add adhesive. And that adhesive is going to go right over the tulips. And then in your kit, you should have had these 3 little dots here. Or not dots, they're metal pearls. And they have adhesive in the back. So let me pull them out. And I got Hey Friend, ... That's what, anyway, that's what I meant to put here, because it could be Hey Friend, and then on the inside you can put Hey Friend, Happy Birthday, Hey Friend, I miss you, Hey Friend, thank you, Hey Friend, don't go there, hold on, Hey Friend, anything, any greeting on the inside. So that works. Then I have the sequins, which I'm going to add. And what I've been doing lately, I used to adhere the sequins with, I found it here, with my multi-purpose glue. but it took forever to dry, and sometimes it would leak. So I know lots of my stampers, a few of you had problems with that. So I said, you know what, let me just try glue dots. And when I did that, it worked. So you just add your glue dots to wherever you want to put your sequins. And let's put one here. And then you take your sequins, and again, I cannot grab it with my nails. And you just put them right over the glue dot. And all of you should have had a minimum of 3 of these sequins. Some of you had even more. I think I tried to put at least 4 in each packet. I see Lori just joined. Hey, Lori. Like I said, I'm getting, my feedback is way behind your feedback. Hold on. Let me click on something here. I'm trying to see messages. Okay. Watching now. I don't know why that's showing. Okay, I'm trying to figure out something on the, something I see on the comment area. Okay, then another thing I was doing with the adhesive, with the sequins, I started looking at them and they had that hole in the middle, and that's why I used to have the problem with the multi-purpose glue, because the glue would come out through that hole. So if you're still using the multi-purpose or you prefer to use that, then great. But I found you can go over and add rhinestones to the middle part of the sequence, and it covers that hole, and also it just gives it an extra bling. So here's our card. Really simple to put together. So you have 5 of them, so you should be able to put this together fairly quickly. Like I said, it's hey friend, and then on the inside you can stamp whatever you want. And if you have the itty bitty greetings, you can say hey friend, happy birthday, or hey friend, congratulations, hey friend, hope you're feeling better, for someone who's sick. Hey friend, with love and sympathy. This could even be a sympathy card. Hey friend, and then with love and sympathy, and then you write your own personal note. So it could be anything. Hey friend, fabulous at any age, enjoy your retirement, sending prayers for you, I'm here for you, have a lucky day. This is a must-have. So if you don't have it, get it. And actually, we're still in celebration until tomorrow midnight our time. So go, and if you don't have it, now is a good time to purchase it. Or if you're thinking about buying the starter kit. But anyway, this is the first card from our Stamp-A-Stack. It is the tulip card. So let me put everything away from the tulip card so that I can get started on the next one. I know Monica put her cards together because she sent me a picture. Anybody, if you're putting them together with me right now, when you're done, just, if you can, just cleaning this off, and it's going to stain. It's photopolymer, so don't worry about that. And this card would have looked so much better. Actually, I should have done that. You know what? I am going to do that. Back to the drawing board. Let me do this quickly. Okay, so I think I'm done. Look how pretty. They're both pretty. So this is with the stamp set and this is without the stamp set. Just using, I used the back and I just used the punch there. I love it with the stamp set. I mean, this one is pretty. This one is really pretty, but look at the difference with the detail in the stamp set. It's awesome. Let me move. I'm trying to move. Like I said, I have a delay feedback, what I'm looking at here. So I can't, there you go. So I can't tell where my stuff is. So look at the detail on this one over here. It's beautiful. So if you have the opportunity, this is called, and you want to purchase this is called Timeless Tulips. It's in the mini catalog, and it comes with the punch, which I can't remember what the name of the punch is, but on the same page that you find the stamp set, you'll find the punch. It's you can get it as a bundle, and it's 10% cheaper when you buy it as a bundle. And if you buy it separate, it just costs, it's regular price, but when you buy it as a bundle, it's cheaper. Here we go. I finished it. I'm glad I did this. You know, this is the first time I used this stamp set, and I didn't buy it until Tina Johnson. She came to one of the team meetings and she gave cards. Let me see if I can find it. Here it goes. She gave us, it's missing, actually it should have been 8 tentacles, I think they're called. She gave us this card, and this is supposed to be an octopus with the eyes. And when I saw this, I said, oh my gosh, that's awesome for like a boy card. But I would use, instead of the detail there, yeah, actually no, in gray, the detailed, the octopus have a lot of stuff. I don't know, I'd have to look up one. I'd have to look one up, a photo of one up. If not, you just do the solid side. But then I saw this like this, and I said, oh my gosh, a ghost. No stamping, just punch out piece of Whisper White, and you have a ghost. Then I started thinking of other things, and then I started looking up the stamp set online and looking at other things that demonstrators have done, and I said, oh my, I love it. So I bought it. So here you go, tulip. And like I said, this one really nice. I'm glad I did this. Here we go. Let me pull them out. Oh, someone had asked me, where did I get this? Because what I do, I always cut my the dimensional sheets in half, because they come like this. You get 3 sheets. They have 100 on a page, and I cut them in half and then stick them in here. And they asked what this case that I have, that where did I get this case? This case, we sell it. It's wood case, a half case box. That's what it's called, a half case box. And I've bought a lot of these, and then they have the full case box, which is double this size. And I use that for lots of other things also. So these things are really, really awesome. You can do lots of different projects with them. I'm trying to see if I see a full one, and I don't. Okay, so now we're done with the tulips. Foil card, and I have that right here. Okay, I started this one. I'm like, what is this? Okay, I started this one from, first I was going to give you this paper here. This is, let me see, let me get this designer series paper. It's a free Sale-A-Bration one. Okay, so this is it. It's called, what are you called? It's called So Very Vellum Designer Series paper, and it comes in 3 colors, and the colors are Pool Party, Purple Posy, and Soft Seafoam. So what I originally started was with the, I just said it and I forgot, Purple Posy. So this was the Purple Posy. Then when I added the, if I was going to add a purple one, you know what, I'm going to use this one. But I started with this one, but then I went over and I used the Soft Seafoam because I liked the way it looked. But we can use any of them. Okay, and then for this one, the flowers, I cut out, I used this one here. So these are the flowers that I have here, and I cut them out. So I cut them out. I fussy cut this page because there are 3 of them, or 4 different designs. So I fussy cut this one, and it wasn't bad fussy cutting. It wasn't bad at all. I kind of like fussy cutting because it sort of like calms me. So I cut them out. I think I got per page, I got 11 good ones where they were all complete like this. And then the others were like half. You see this one over here? You see this one over here that sort of runs off the paper? If you fussy cut this here on the side, and I have it somewhere here on this long table and I can't find it right now, but you could use this when you fussy cut this like on the bottom of a card or on the edge of a card, and it will look beautiful. Just like this one is not a full one here. These weren't full. I cut those out. I cut every single flower out, even if it was in a corner, because I'm going to use them later on for corners. Like even this piece over here, this little piece here, these little pieces, I cut them all out because I can use them, like I said, on the edge of a card, and it'll look really, really nice. So this is also a free designer series paper, and it's called Flowering Foil Specialty Designer Series paper. So anyway, we're going to use this one here with the purple posy. In your kit, you should have gotten a piece of your base card, your base of circle die, and an embossed piece of Whisper White with subtles. I love that embossing folder, my best embossing folder. And these little flags here, I think I had extra that I had stamped, so they weren't part of the kit. It was just a gift to you, or a gift, because remember, we're not supposed to have any stamped images. And that's the best thing. That's why I use these images in the designer series paper, because it's not stamped, and then we can go over and paint these using, or color them using blend pens or using sponge daubers. So let me put this to the side. Let me stick this over here. And let's start with, I'm going to use this one. So in the other ones I had, let me put this here so you can see it. I had this one. I was using pink colors, but you can use whatever you want. So that one, I used Light Flirty Flamingo for this card. Oh, and something else I discovered. When you're coloring these in, they bleed. You know, the blend pens always bleed. When it bleeds, when it bled through here, I like this. It's sort of like a watercolor, like a Monet theme or something like that. So if you're into that, use it. And if you want more detail, just put in more detail over here, and the detail will show out a little bit more over here. So look, you see over here, I gave it more detail, and you can see that. In the flowers, I didn't much, but if you give it detail, you'll be able to get that watercolor effect on the opposite side. Not only on just the foils, if you stamp an image, you stamp a flower, and you do that on the opposite side, you're going to get that detail. Just a little note there for something new. Okay, so let me get some, I don't have purple posy, but I have light purple ones. Okay, so I have light Highland Heather, and I'm going to use that one first. Blends for the leaves, for the middle. I'm going to use, this is Light Daffodil Delight. So Light Daffodil Delight. I think when I did the first one, it was a darker color, and did not like it. Okay, so this is the purple posy, and what I did here, oh, it's kind of darker, not as light as I thought it was, but that's okay, I can lighten it up. So what I did, I just went out on those lines there. And this is giving it just dimension. I don't want to color the whole piece. You see how this one, I left some white showing? What do you guys think about this color? I'm not loving it. I mean, I'm not hating it, but I'm not really loving it. I kind of like this one better. Opinions, ladies? Okay, I have someone who said loves the purple. That was Annabelle. This is Diane. Have an extra combo of purple posy. And Arlene says she loves the purple. So, whichever one you like. So I'm going to finish this because I colored it. But like I said, it's personal preference. And I'm not much of a purple person. I know a lot of people who are purple people. And that sounds funny. No, they're not purple. They're not colored purple, but they're purple lovers. Let's put it that way. Who are purple lovers. I think this should be okay. No, I need some here. If you're not sure if you have enough dimensionals, put it down on the area, then press. And if it lifts too much on one side, then you know you need more dimensionals. And again with this, because I haven't had my manicure. And you see, that's why I need the music. So when I'm not talking, you can hear the music in the background. Smooth jazz or the 70s or whatever I'm playing at that time. Show tunes. Okay, then I used rhinestones. And I use here. I used a couple more. These are big ones. Let me get another sheet where I have smaller rhinestones. I've been going through rhinestones like crazy. Oh, this is the bigger one. Remember I said I had half one? This is the half one. And then this is the whole one. And you see I use it to put my rhinestones in there. This one I use for my dimensionals. And I use it for a lot of stuff. So that's in the annual catalog. And if you can't find it, just send me a text or something and I'll tell you where it is, and then you can see the price and everything. They're not bad. I think they come in a set of 4 if I'm not mistaken, and they're also the same. They also sell these, which are like the DVDs or CD sets. You get these in a set of 4 also, and I can't remember the price right now, but I know it wasn't too bad. Okay, whoops, where did it go? It fell. Don't fall. Don't fall and get stuck on stuff. Let me see if I didn't get rid of the glue. Yep, I got rid of the glue. It's right there. So let me try and retrieve that little piece of glue. Put it here. It's stuck on here, so I can try that. There you go, perfect. And one more, because I like to put odd numbers. And let me see, I can fit it here. And this little piece or down here. Yeah, I kind of like it here because it's like peeking out of this little tiny spot there. Okay. And then we have, whoops, wrong cover. Then we have the Scent with Love. We have this little, I punched these out for you. And I just put this over here. So that again is from the Itty Bitty Greetings. Scent with Love somewhere. It's not in this one. It's in the other one. Or maybe, oh, it was from this one right here. Hey Friend and Scent with Love. Those were the two that I used. And I use dimensionals and I use the mini dimensionals. And if you don't have mini dimensionals, you can just take the regular dimensionals that you have and cut it in a strip or something. But these mini dimensionals were perfect size. So I think I used 3 of them. Yeah, see, it feels like it. Background music, just think that I have it. Background music. There, and I still need some rhinestones. And voila. Let me pull this to the side. Pull this out of the way. And we have the purple one, and the Flirty Flamingo one, and the whole one. So we have these two. Now let me show you how to do this using sponge daubers. I'm going to use Blushing Bright. Let's see if that'll work. Okay, so you get a sponge dauber. See this light pink that I have there. And just... okay, there's nothing on there by now. When I'm using sponge daubers, what I like to do is put it on a ceramic tile, or if not, just press and get it here. I don't want to go directly onto the stamp pad, because if I go directly onto the stamp pad, what happens is that you can tear it up, you break it, and that's not good. Okay, so, whoops, let me do the yellow first. So if we're just using sponge daubers, and I have a yellow here somewhere, here we go. So we're just using sponge daubers. Just come and sponge lightly there. It might go out a little, and that's fine, because then you'll go and take the other ones and mix it in. Let's go to the lovely, is it, yep, lovely lipstick. Let me get some, I'm just pressing the stamp pad so I can get some ink on here. Just washing this off. It doesn't matter, this one is a lot darker, so. And here we go with this here. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Let's put that out, pull that out of the way, and here's another option. They're not exactly the same, but there's another option. That looks ugly. Hold on. Can't visualize it. There we go. And there's another option. So I honestly like the blends better. I like the blends because you have more control over it. And one thing I didn't do, and I haven't tried, so for those of you that are still sticking around, I'm going to try color pencils. And when you're using color pencils, the best way to blend color pencils are with the blending pens, not the blends, but blending pens. I usually have one in here. I guess I took it out. These blending pens, are they called? Yeah, blender pens. They come 3 in a pack, I think $12, and they last a long, long time. So let me get pink. Let me get a yellow. So let me see if it works. So yellow. Oh, I don't even need the blending pen for that, for the yellow part, but then for this part I might. So when you use pencils, you don't have to be perfect, because when you use the blending pens or the blender pens, that's where you get that wash look, as you will see in a minute. There we go. I think it's good. You see the different variations of green in there? See how nice that looks? And when it blends. So my favorite are the blends, these here, these blends, and the pencils. The sponges, you just need more control with them, and they're in small places. I mean, it doesn't look bad sponged, actually. It has that, oh, you know what, I mean, looking at it now, it is kind of pretty. So, yeah, anyone. But you'll have more control with cotton swabs. Or not. I don't know. Okay, so here's another one. Oops. So here we go, people. Let me show you what you got here. Pencils and blends. So these are the different methods I use to color them, and those of you who have them at home who purchase these kits, that's what you can do with them. And I don't have any more of these kits left, but I can make them. Watercolor pencils, I guess, also. Yeah, you could use whatever method you want, but these are the 3 that I use today. So hopefully you like them. You just pick your best option. And because of the kits have 5, so you get 5 in a set from the Stamp-A-Stack, so you can do whatever you want. You can color some of them with the stamping blend, some of them with sponge daubers or cotton swabs, and some with pencils, watercolor pencils, and so on, whatever you like. So this is it for now. These were the cards that we made today. Here we go, the other cards. I don't have enough room for everything. I'm going to take a picture of this one because I know this one is a lot different than the ones that you got, because we've got the detail here. I really love it with the detail. This one is really pretty. If I've never seen this one, then I would say, hey, this one is nice. But when you see the detail, I mean, big difference. So I love that. So if you're interested in purchasing any of these, you know where my store is. You can order them online or just give me a call, text, email me. If you're interested in getting the starter kit, same thing, call, text, or email me. If you're interested in these papers here that we got, the designer series paper, this one and this one here, you only have 2 days today, tomorrow until midnight to get those. So yeah, call, text, or email me and let me know what you want to do. Thanks for hanging on with me. I think we did what? Started at 8, an hour and 45 minutes. So that's not too bad. It's less than a class when you come to my house, because it's usually 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So thank you for sticking with me. This will post later on here on the page so that you can watch it later on if you'd like. I'm gonna have a technique class, and in the technique class I'm gonna use the Bumblebee. It's not called Bumblebee, it's called hold on, let me get the paper. It's called Golden Honey Specialty Designer Series paper, and this is with the bumblebees. It's white, black, and gold. I'm going to for the technique class, what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, I haven't done my first one yet. When I do, I'll post it here. And it's going to be a set of 4 cards, because we're not going to have a 3D for this one. But what we're going to do is the 4 cards, you're going to have a card, you're going to have the envelope, which will have designer series paper on it, and not on the inside as a liner, on the outside. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and I'm going to have the kits ready so you can purchase the kits, and we can do the same thing. You could either come and pick them up. I can put, you can just come and pick them up. I can put them outside on the porch and you can pick them up, or I can mail them to you, but that will be at an extra cost. We'll have a Facebook Live technique class. And I think you're going to love the kits. They're going to look really beautiful, and they're going to be unique because you can't get them anymore. This paper sold out. I have a few of these. They sold out because I got all of them. No, I didn't get all of them, but I got quite a few because I loved it. So every time I earned it with the $50 for Sale-A-Bration, I got myself a few of these. So I think I probably have about 5. Maybe. These kits are going to be really nice. It's going to be a nice kit for a gift, or you'll just learn how to do them so that you can make gifts and send them to people, like 3 or 4 cards, and they'll have the decorated envelopes, they'll have the card. I'm going to put a ribbon in there, and I'll figure it out. It will look really, really nice, and the colors will be black, gold, and white. And I'm going to be using, I think, soft suede as one of the card bases, because soft suede, when you put it next to gold, it looks kind of gold, so that'll work out. But once I post it, let me know and register, and we'll get these kits going.